Good afternoon, folks. I'm here with Wayne Bushnell, and to get an idea of who this man is and what drives him around horses. Wayne, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Hein. Pleasure to be here.
Can you tell us who's Wayne Bushnell? Where do you come from, and where did it all start for you with working with horses?
Yes, Hein. This all started really, Hein, when I was a child. My family were extensively involved with horses, and my father had me on a horse when I was 6 months old and used to pot me around the paddock.
Yeah.
And ever since then I've had a love and a passion for horses. On my passion for training horses has developed over many years, spending time in 17 years in New Zealand and Australia. I've also spent a year in South America with the gauchos. So spending a year with a horse and camping out and understanding a horse, fantastic time of my life.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's beneficial to a rider or to a horse to go through your hands as an expert in the field?
Absolutely, Hein. I think everybody should do this. We should all get involved in groundwork, build a relationship with our horse. A relationship doesn't just happen overnight. It's a foundation, and groundwork sets the foundation for a successful relationship with your horse and getting out there and competing and doing well.
Mm-hmm. Personally, we've been involved with Wayne now for just under a year, working with Gracie, this beautiful little mare you see here. And to us, it's been a huge benefit to use Wayne to come and work with Gracie and try and get rid of a mare attitude, and also with our daughter Kirsten. Wayne, is it expensive to afford training, and how long do you think such a process could stretch?
Well, Hein, it mainly depends upon the horse really, and the rider or the owner. It's a process of learning, and each individual takes a set amount of time. There's no given amount of time to learn and to learn the process.
Yeah.
So it takes time. I wouldn't say it's an expensive process. I think investing in your horse and doing the groundwork and the necessary preparation for any discipline, it's absolutely essential to horse and rider to go through a process like this. It builds good connections in the brain, and it helps the horse and the rider to compete at a higher level.
I think also it saves you in the end. It saves you if you invest now in that relationship with your horse. Later on, it could save you a lot of trouble and inconvenience, and you might end up as a horse owner blaming the horse. Mm. And in actual fact, as you as a rider or the horse owner didn't go through the paces to get the professional help that the horse needed, and also the rider. I mean, we've seen with Gracie and with Kirsten how the relationship has developed over the last 9-10 months.
Yes.
And there's no negative take back on any of this. The time and money spent to get Wayne to help us with Gracie. Wayne, where is this type of training available, and where are you based?
I'm based in Hammersdale, KZN. I do travel extensively around KZN. We have clinics and we have individual sessions, north coast, south coast, right up to Moy River. So I travel extensively through the week, and it's just a phone call away. So just give me a call and we can set something up.
Cool. You've recently launched your website, WayneBushnellHorsemanship.com, is it?
Yes.
.com. And on there we've seen Wayne selling some of his rope halters and other very nice accessories. The website address is shown under the video. On the video, please take some time and visit Wayne's website. But further to that, how often do you come to Toti, and how does it work? Do people book you? How does your bookings work?
Essentially, make a booking through us. We can provide the number for that. And I'm in Toti normally once a week, and Belito once a week, and Pietermaritzburg once a week. So it depends on who's available for that session. Today's a Saturday, so we're here on a Saturday, but I work through the week and generally on a Saturday. And then we have our clinics. We're also having clinics at our site in Hillcrest.
Okay.
There's one next weekend. It's a desensitization horsemanship basic clinic, okay, with lots of obstacles and lots of challenges for horse and rider. So there's a range of things that we do.
You did mention challenges. Could you think of a specific challenge that you had with past work with horses or a rider that really stretched you as a professional coach. And in the same way, on the other side of the coin, have you had some great successes? And I'm sure you have that. Every time you work with a horse, it's very
Yes.
rewarding. But could
Yeah.
you pinpoint a challenge you had in the past with horse or rider?
Yes. Well, we could actually do that with Gracie because when Gracie first got here, she came from the Coastal Horse Care Unit. I think she had been misunderstood and probably had the wrong type of training. So she was quite aggressive, very confrontational. But as you can see, over the last 9 to 10 months, she's calmed right down and she's listening. We've still got a ways to go, but she was definitely a challenge for me. But such a magnificent animal. And I'm pleased to see the way that she's come along with you guys.
I really appreciate the time you spent with Gracie and Kirsten, but I'm confident that Wayne doesn't just feel like this about Gracie. He feels like that with every horse out there, because I think with Wayne, and same way with me also, we feel a passion for horses first, and then anything else. Because I think if you don't work with the horse properly, the rider would not have the joys that they feel they can get out of the horse.
Absolutely.
Is that correct? Yeah?
Absolutely. I mean, every step we take them through, just builds a strong connection, and obviously a love for the animals is absolutely paramount, and passion for them, and that's what I have, and that's what I put through to my clients and to my horses. So we develop a strong relationship, and we can compete, and we learn that it's not all about competing, but it's about the love for the horse.
On a typical session, last question, on a typical session, what is it that you do? Let's say it's a new horse that you're working with now. Obviously that differs from a horse that you've worked with in the past. Absolutely. Or a horse that come off the track or whatever.
Yes.
On a typical first time session, what is it that you do in that first hour?
In the first session, I think I'd like to get through to the owner or the handler of the horse, is to understand how a horse thinks, because if you don't understand how a horse thinks, you're never going to get on with the horse. So understanding how the horse thinks, obviously getting a softness and a connection with the horse is the first stage that we always go through. And teaching the horse how to take direction and developing a softness through the training that we do.
Well, we've seen that firsthand, both my wife and I and Kirsten. Wayne, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your investments in the communities, because we know that you help the folks from the Coastal Horse Care Unit quite a bit with their horses.
Yep.
And we're grateful for that, and more than that, the horses are grateful for your love and passion toward them. Folks, that's it. That's Wayne Bushnell. Please visit his website, WayneBushnellHorsemanship.com.
Yep.
The URL is listed on the screen. And please, if you want to really make a difference in your relationship with your horse, but more than that, learn how a horse thinks, then definitely give Wayne a call, make that booking. Once you've started, it's almost like you don't want to end that kind of relationship you have with Wayne. So make that investment in time and money, and see the best come out of yourself and your horse. Wayne, again, thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Hein. Pleasure.